Okay. Hello, I'm Vanessa, and I'm a social work student for ECU, and we are doing a role play scenario. And I have Albert here with me. And Albert, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm okay. So you got to rehab just a few days ago.
Yes.
Yeah. So what brings you to rehab?
Um, well, I have really severe osteoarthritis,
Okay.
and I ended up having to get both of my knees replaced and like a hip replacement. And I've had like a bunch of like complications with it. I ended up on antibiotics and renal failure, and it's just been really difficult.
Just one thing after another. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got word from our nursing staff and our dietitian that you're not really eating. And eating is really important to help us heal and to make us stay strong, and that way we can get home. So, what is it about either our food here or your diet that you're getting? What is it about your diet that you don't like here?
Well, um, I'm a traditional person. I grew up in Europe, and it's just the food here is not what I'm accustomed to. And
Mhm.
my family normally brings me food, and while I was hospitalized, I was allowed to have them bring me food, and here I'm not allowed to. And it's one of the last things I have comfort in.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I could see where that would be kind of ugh, and not make you want to stay here, make you want to get out of here as quick as that you could. What
Yeah.
if I set up a meeting with either just myself and our director, or maybe you and the director, and that way we can all kind of get on the same page of what you like to eat. And if we're not able to provide that food here, then hopefully we can get your family to bring you food in like what they were doing at the hospital. Does that sound like an okay plan?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just worried because the the staff told me, I have to eat my greens, and
Hmm.
they weren't giving me the yogurt I want.
Gotcha. Well, let's get that sorted out. Okay. So I'm not sure if I can get it done by tonight's dinner, but hopefully by the morning or by lunchtime, we can get it all figured out. We want to make sure that if your family does bring something in, that it goes along with your renal diet, because we don't want to interfere with any of your healing or cause you any more issues going on. You've got enough going on as it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll get with them. That'll be one of my first things that I do is get with them and try to figure out what we can do for your diet. Now, I also understand that you've been feeling a little bit down and feeling like maybe life isn't worth living anymore. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
It seems that, I'm 70 now, and I'm widowed, and
Okay.
um my kids are all, grown, and they're moving on with their lives, and sometimes it feels at times I'm just, a nuisance.
Mm,
I don't know where I fit in anymore. And
gotcha.
with all these complications and everyone having to worry about me, it makes me feel I'm just a burden.
Okay. Okay. I could see how that could be concerning. And of course, we're all concerned because we don't want to hear you not wanting to live anymore. So I have contacts to either a psychiatrist or even just a counselor. Do you think that may be something you might would be interested in? Is if we can get you to talk to somebody about your feelings, and maybe they have some ideas of how you can better deal with your situation. You think that might be an okay thing?
I think as long as, like, my family doesn't have to worry about taking me or, setting it up, I would be willing to go, but I don't want to burden my family more than I already have.
Okay. A lot of places now have meetings that you can watch on a computer, over the phone, on your phone if your phone will video. If not, maybe they would have a tablet that they could send to you. And then that way you could have your meetings through the tablet. And that might be something that would be more doable for you and your family. Does that sound something maybe kind of okay?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I think I could do that.
Very good. Okay, so now that you're here in rehab, I know you do physical therapy and occupational therapy, and of course, you do 3 hours a day, so I'm sure they wear you out. What is your plan for when it's time to go home?
Well, I'm supposed to go back to my house.
Okay,
My kids kind of worry about that because, I've had so many um, disability or, you know, disabling type conditions.
sure, sure.
And I know that they were talking about getting me Meals on Wheels, but I don't
Okay.
think I'm gonna like that. So
Oh,
I
okay.
don't really plan is. I know I'm supposed to go to my home, but I don't want to burden my family with my care.
Gotcha. Okay. So we have a meeting every week about you while you're here in rehab. Your nurses, the doctor, case managers, your therapist, everybody will be in this meeting and we'll talk just about you. About the other patients too, but we'll talk about you. And in that meeting, they'll tell us, okay, Albert is participating in therapy. He's the dietitian will be there, so she'll be saying, yes, he's eating. No, he's not eating. So we all are going to get on the same page of how we can better help you to become independent enough to go home alone. And when that time comes, then we'll be around to tell you, what the plan is, and maybe we can get you some home health at home that maybe, something that we could do for you equipment wise. We can try to help you get that situated. And what do you think about that? Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I think that would be helpful.
Yeah, very good. And as far as the Meals on Wheels goes, I'm not quite sure what their diet plan is, of course. But if your family cooks, maybe we can get with them and get with our dietitian, and they can maybe set up a plan for you, maybe a weekly plan, and then they can cook and freeze some meals for you, and then they could bring those over. And then that way you could just put something in the microwave and warm it up, and you would have a good home cooked meal that meets your criteria for your culture. Does that sound okay?
I think that would be great. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I want to reach out to your family, reach out to our director, our dietitian, kind of let's get everybody on the same page of what you like to eat. Are we able to provide that? And if not, what can we do to help you in your healing process? And then let me see here. Got that. And then since this is the weekend, I won't be here Saturday or Sunday, but I will come back on Monday. I will look over your notes, kind of see how well you've eaten, if you've eaten anything. So give me a couple of days before you kind of boot me out and let me see if I can get some food choices fixed up for you. If not, if you like yogurt, I can at least go to the store and get you some yogurt and you'll at least have that to eat. So you think that may work, and then I follow up with you on Monday and see how well we've been doing over the weekend. Sound like a good idea and a good plan?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that would be good.
Okay. Well, Albert, I've had a nice time talking with you, and welcome to rehab, and I hope that you do well during your stay here. And if you have any questions, I will leave my card on your table. That way you can give me a call. And again, I'm going to reach out to your family, and we're going to get all on the same page and help you heal. And that way you can get home and be independent.
Thank you very much.
Okay. I'll talk with you later, Albert. You have a good evening.
You too.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.